Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Been a bit of a quietish sort of week. I thought this horse here, Zippity Zoustar, I thought he was very good at Hamilton. Him and the $1.50 favourite sort of cleared out from the rest of them, and yeah, he's a beautiful horse. He'll make a really nice horse one day. The penny's just got to drop, but I thought he was good. It's probably the first time he's actually really hit the ground running and put himself into the race and let him up and give a really good kick. So certainly, I don't know where we'll go with him now, but we'll find a nice little mile, maybe a mile maiden somewhere for him, and he'd be very, very hard to beat. And then we'll try and get into a bit of metropolitan racing, because he's, I think he's certainly a metropolitan grade horse. He's just got to find the right sort of grade. But I thought he was really good, and you can see he's just a beautiful animal, and he's going to give himself every chance to be a good horse. Toffee Nuts goes to Camperdown on Saturday. 1,000 metres around Camperdown. Blinkers go on, tongue tie goes on, Jack Hill goes on. He'll get kicked in the guts and let rip. And he's been we've been riding him quite pretty, and he's sort of been plodding along behind him, and he's been straightening up 3 lengths behind him, and that's about where he's been finishing. So we'll have a different day at Camperdown. We'll really rev him out of the gates, put him into the race. You can see the horse is in outstanding order, and his actual track work for him through the week I thought was probably pretty good. He's only just a track worker, but I actually thought his work was pretty good. So he'll get every chance at Camperdown on Saturday. Got Foxy Star in here at Camperdown on Saturday. 1,000 metre 58, that's his grade. He sort of can be competitive. I thought he's really plain first up, so he probably needs to bring a better form than that. He's going to have a little change of gear, so hopefully that changes him. But he needs sort of speed on in the race and then sort of get home late. So being Camperdown, you would think there's going to be plenty of speed, and so he'll get every chance. But really keen to see how he goes. As I said, I've taken the gear off him. We'll just ride him pretty neutral and have him hitting the line. But I thought his first up run was plain, so he probably needs to improve a bit. That's Foxy Star at Camperdown on Saturday. Screw Creek's in at Camperdown on Saturday. I had him in the races the other day, and he's got a little bit hot travelling and didn't travel very well at all, and they took him out of the races. But he's got over that. He seems pretty good. Did a bit of work with him this morning. He worked up okay, so he needs to turn his form around and needs to start showing us a bit more than what he is at the races. So a bit of headgear goes on him. You can see he's in good order. I've got no issues with him. He's just a really difficult horse. He gets himself really wound up when he travels and that sort of stuff. So I suppose the only way they learn is they keep doing it. So hopefully he's sort of having a few lessons. But anyway, hopefully he gets a run at Camperdown on Saturday. Great Western Sunday. Solar Flash goes there. Yeah, she's been a bit unlucky, this mare, and she's sort of been around about the mark. We've tried to step her up to the 1,500 and just didn't run the trip, so dropped her back to the 1,200 round Great Western. She's got enough speed to sort of be right up on the speed there, and that's where you need to be. This is a massive drop back in grade for her, and so hopefully she'll be pretty competitive. So she's sort of running out of chances a little bit, this mare, but it's hard, these sort of horses, because I think she's going really well. She just can't quite find the right race, and I don't know, maybe a bit of trainer error. I tried to step her up to a mile and she just didn't run her, so drop her back to a speed race and let her rip. So that's Solar Flash at Great Western on Sunday. Scampster goes to Warrnambool on Wednesday. He goes up to 2,000 metres is what he's looking for. I'll probably try. He just trained off a little bit after his second start. I kept him fairly fresh and stayed to the mile, where might have been a bit of a rookie error. I probably should have stepped him straight to the 2,000. So anyway, he gets his chance. He goes to Warrnambool on Wednesday, 2,000 metres. Dean Yendall will go on, so strong rider. We'll kick him out. We'll put him in the first 1 or 2, and he'll be very hard to beat. He's in very good order. Track work's good. He's come through that last run really well, which he didn't do to the start before, and so he'll get every chance. So I expect him to be pretty hard to beat at Warrnambool on Wednesday. Got Little Mix Guts are in at Warrnambool on Wednesday. I'm happy enough to take her, just that her Warrnambool form is terrible. She's had a couple of starts there, and both times she's gone there, she's gone terrible. So I might just have a bit of a fish around and see if I can find a better race for her. But it's the right benchmark 64, 1,300. It's good. I can get a good jockey to ride her. All that sort of stuff is perfect. But she just, what are you doing, Gil? Yeah, her Warrnambool form is just shocking. So anyway, but she'll see her nominated. I might accept with her. But if I can find a better race for her, I might take another option. But that's Little Miss Guts next Wednesday. Lord Consul goes to Warrnambool on Wednesday. Been a bit of an enigma, this horse. He's been a hard horse to train, and his form's reading a little bit average. So hopefully he can turn that around at I never thought you'd see me patting him like this either. Camperdown on Saturday. Mile should suit him. Blinkers go on. He'll jump out, be running in the first 3 or 4, will give himself every chance. So you wouldn't think there's going to be any champions in this race. So he needs to he gets his chance, but he's always competitive, this horse. He just hasn't won. But anyway, we'll see how we go on Saturday. That's Loyal Consul at Camperdown.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. Good to be back on the video. I've been up at the Magic Man's at the yearling sales working for Fernrig Farm. So they had a really good sale. They their highest lot bought 550 and I'm Invincible Colt, so it'll be super exciting to see what he does for his racing career. As for the sale, I think the top end, I think that was strong enough. I think 5 lots bought more than what the highest lot bought last year, but I don't know how strong the middle sort of bracket was. The average was about the same, so yeah, I think the middle bracket sort of, I think that sort of fell away a bit, but I suppose sort of time will tell with the upcoming yearling sales sort of throughout for the next sort of 3 to 6 months. But as for this guy, we'll go with Tori's D. He was a little pocket rocket last prep. He, I think he had 5 starts, 2 wins, a second and a third, so he was ever so consistent. He sort of just bounced out, he put himself on the speed, and yeah, he always toughed it out the finish. He sort of a horse that's he's pretty sort of, you know, it's all sort of go for him. I don't think he's grown an inch, but yeah, I think if he can just mature up and just relax a little bit in the run, he was sort of all go go go. But yeah, he was great. He tried his guts out even a few times. He sort of looked gone, but he sort of put his head out and kept trying. He will have a trial in sort of the next week, and then he'll be at the races. He didn't sort of carry too much condition in the paddock, so he's sort of come to hand pretty quickly, and yeah, he seems to be galloping up as good as ever. So really excited to get him the trials, and yeah, he might be one to look out for first up.
Hey guys, I had a good week on the racetrack last week. I had a nice little winner called Valancourt for Michael Shepherdson at Geelong last Friday. It was a little tough little filly. She was a little bit difficult the last start before that, a little bit naughty in the gates, had to go back to the jump outs and get her certificate again, but I was fortunate enough to jump her out, and yeah, got on the ride at Geelong. Hence we went out early, trotted around to the gates just to give her a nice day out and just to keep her as calm as possible, and yeah, she really brought it on during the race on Friday to give the owners a nice win. So I'm really grateful for those owners who put me on that horse, and hopefully I'll be back on her next start. Had an interesting trip down to Benalla on Sunday. I got all the way down there and they'd called the races off, so it was a big 7.5 hour drive for me. I'm heading down to Camperdown on Saturday. We've got 3 or 4 rides there, so hopefully they'll go quite nicely. And then I'll head back down to Mornington on Sunday. I'll get back on that Pierre Fire, who I rode at Benalla a few weeks ago and ran second on, so hopefully he can go one better this time. But yeah, so a little bit busy this weekend, but hopefully I get a result out of some of them, and I'll hopefully see you guys at the racetrack soon.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Busy sort of weekend this weekend with runners at Camperdown and Great Western. I see the Geelong Thoroughbred Club, the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong. They're having a big day out at Camperdown races, so hopefully have a really good day there. Pretty busy next week. Being Australia Day on Thursday, we'll probably do our video the day before, so we're going to have a few runners on the Thursday. Not really sure what they're going to be, so we'll put our video out a day early next week so everyone can see what runners we have early next week, and I think we're going to have a couple of nice horses running on Australia Day in town. So until next week, see you later. We'll bring our video forward and we'll do it on next Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. What else? I forgot, what were we going to say?
Yeah, I've been up at the Magic Man's, the yearling sales, so I'll start again.
Get your bum over, buddy. Now we're in business.